whenever it comes to animals, certain animals eat certain animals, and then you have certain animals basically eat plants and stuff like that. All right. For example, like say if a bird was to eat, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like I'm just gonna this. Let's say if a bird eat roadkill, like a possum or something. If the roadkill been sitting out there for days, if it's been sitting out there for days, they're not gonna pick up on that frequency, because there's a certain chemical, and there's there basically everything is destroyed. So the bird is not going to pick up on that. All right, like say like for example like a lion, if a lion can animals actually pick up on other animals' frequencies? Like say if a lion was to eat a deer, they could probably pick up on that frequency, but see certain things and do certain things on another level than than what we can do. All right, just to put that out there. All right, certain individuals run their mouth and stuff, and say, oh, y'all should eat this, and use these so-called big spell words, certain words that they throw out that some of y'all probably like I ain't even like I understand what they're saying and what they're doing and what they're speaking on, but there's no such thing as a definition, deaf to nation with the spells and stuff that you put out there. Certain individuals, do other individuals research or recycled information that the system put out there that they want y'all on the program. Certain individuals watch my video and twist certain things around and use other individuals recycled information. All right. They were speaking on like how certain individuals take on animal frequencies and stuff like that. And I talked about this already, like on my other channel and on this channel. All right. So, they tell y'all, oh, y'all shouldn't eat this and y'all shouldn't eat that. And I even upload a video and say y'all should eat whatever you want, if it works for you. And, well, y'all should take in whatever you want, because I don't really like to use the word eat, but take in. When, if you take in certain things, you know, um, make sure whatever you take in, you're on a high frequency and you understand what you're taking in. All right. So, I was like, y'all take in whatever y'all want to take in, because if you like, no, I ain't gonna get into that. All right. Let me say this. Like over in other countries, they eat like frogs or frogs, like they would eat, or lizards or something. They would eat it alive. Like they'll grab it. I sit and actually watch videos. They would take it and it's like eat it. Like why the legs and everything was moving. Just take it in and eat it. They basically was picking up on that frequency because that animal had a certain chemical and they picked up on that frequency and stuff. And I even talked about like how come you can eat certain animals. You can eat certain animals, like in certain countries and stuff. Over here, you can't eat eagles and stuff. You get locked up. You can't eat a cardinal and stuff. You'll get locked up. I talked about that and stuff like that. If you eat something, you're basically like if you eat it, you know, basically while it's alive, you take it in. Now, if you cook like for example like chicken or beef or whatever the corporation put out in these illusion skulls, these buildings, You know, if you eat it and stuff, it's a certain temperature that you cook it. Some people like to eat like their steak well done or done. You know, so you're really not picking up on nothing because everything is basically, killed off. You get what I'm saying? So certain individuals running their mouth talking about, oh, you're picking up on their animals' frequencies and all of that stuff, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're going by certain individuals' information, or and majority of these conscious Muppets, they're connected to these society groups, but they're low budget. You get what I'm saying? So certain individuals was running off with their mouth saying, how certain individuals eat, babies and all of that stuff. And they, of course, these sick individuals, and I even talked about that. Y'all could be eating anything. So that's the reason. I mean, not eating, but taking in anything. My apologies, y'all. Because like I said, I want to get out of the habit of saying eating. So certain individuals basically was running off at the mouth saying that corporations are doing this and that, and y'all taking it in. All right, so some of y'all everybody probably actually, took in human meat. You don't know what's in the ground beef and stuff. You don't know. So, like certain things that they create in the lab, like I said, we take in everything. You can basically eat. You can eat something. You can actually eat something without opening your mouth. The radiations and the music and stuff is basically feeding your DNA. So don't go for that mess, y'all. Like when certain individuals like, oh, you're taking on this and that. We take on many things. Like everything is energy. We take on many things, but certain things you can't connect with it. The certain individuals our energy is in certain illusion machines, these walking machines. Now, whoever does the sick rituals and stuff, they do that sick, crazy mess to, tap into certain levels and stuff, like, eat certain individuals alive, whether it's human or animals. They do that stuff, and then they basically have y'all on the system, because we're basically, you don't know what you're supposed to really eat, but I feel like we're not supposed to eat each other. We're not supposed to do that. That's sick. But you have certain individuals out there. You can't just blame it on the society groups and stuff like that. But everybody want to talk, all of this mess, and they don't know what they're talking about. If you, like I said, if you watch certain things like, back in the so-called 1840s or 1940s or something like that, they would, have a big giant bowl of, like, they would cook beef stew, basically, vegetable soup or something, like vegetable soup or a rabbit, they'll be like, oh, I caught a rabbit, cut up the rabbit and stuff like that. Y'all get what I'm saying. And certain individuals, tell y'all should take this and that. And I used to even say, hey, y'all should stop buying herbs if y'all want to continue buying herbs. Y'all don't know what these conscious Muppets are putting in herbs and stuff like that, and they're using recycled information and telling y'all should eat this and that, and saying, oh, the GMOs and stuff. I used to speak on that, but like I said, I started analyzing stuff, and I started getting things from within and stuff. Like I said, certain things that you take in, if it matches your frequency, eat whatever you want to eat. Like I said, you have certain individuals talking about, oh, the GMOs and trying to pump that fear and stuff like that. They're eating the same thing what we eat. Oh, especially over here. So how they going to talk all of that mess and they're eating the same thing that we're eating? telling y'all shouldn't do this and that. Like as you have certain individuals want y'all to be vegans and stuff like that so they can do certain things. And I already spoke on that, and I'm not Gary. I basically was speaking on that. My apologies. So I'm not going to get deep into that. But, they had some of y'all, say, oh, I'm a vegan and this and that. And they're programming y'all, telling y'all what y'all should eat and stuff like that. And, your loved ones that was in a physical form, before they left out, they was eating, meat and stuff then. So, like I said, animals, they eat certain things. Animals even eat the GMOs and the corporations. I spoke on that. Your birds that eat McDonald's French fries and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So whenever you hear these conscious Muppets, because I know some of y'all probably subscribe to some of these conscious Muppets channels or you watch them or whatever. If you connect to that frequency and you listen to them, and majority of them work with the society groups, but they're low budget, then you're basically disconnected. If you actually listen to what they tell y'all, what to eat and what to drink, or you shouldn't do this and that, like for example, like if I wanted to drink a Coca-Cola, and I'm not promoting Coke or nothing like that. But, if I, like, I'm say soda. If I want to drink a soda, if a soda can make me feel good and stuff, then, yes, I'm gonna continue drinking it, It might work for me and mess y'all up. I'm just using that for example, just like herbs. Like I used to talk about herbs, and I know all about herbs. I know all about that, but I don't do herb videos because you got to connect with certain things. Like herbs, they're a living cell. Everything is a living and stuff. So, energy. Everything is energy. Plants, grass, whatever. Basically energy. So, like a certain herbs might not work for some of y'all. So, you just basically you have to be on a high frequency. All right? You can't listen to these conscious Muppets. They want to pump fear and say, they always talk about, oh, they're doing this and doing that and stuff like that, and they're connected to these rituals and stuff. Like they'll advertise and tell y'all certain things on the Black Mirrors and say, hey, you should eat this or that and all of this mess and stuff. You have to watch out for that, especially if they're promoting it, because there's something in it if they keep on promoting certain things. Like, it could be a bag of chips or it could be candy and stuff like that. So whatever y'all take in, make sure you're on a high frequency and it matches with you, basically, because you can reach certain levels. And then you have certain individuals talk about the ancestors. And like I said, I used to say ancestors and stuff like like a couple of years ago or a year ago. And I don't use that. To me, like I said, ancestors, that's nothing but names and titles. That's just like the fictional character Jesus and all of that crap. And they talking all this mess. And this is not a debate video because I don't debate, because I know some of y'all watching my videos and y'all can say whatever you want to say. I don't give it. I could say whatever. But y'all could talk all that mess. That's all y'all gonna do is just talk. Because I was getting ready to say something, but anyway, but that's all they're gonna do is talk. Because half of them are cowards anyway. Well, majority of them are cowards. Even certain individuals that's in the society groups. To me, I feel like whoever is connected to the society groups and follow any individuals, they're cowards and they're weak. That's just how I feel. But anyway, y'all want to, put all of this false mess out there and stuff, and y'all ain't doing nothing but exposing yourself, because I guarantee you a certain individual was speaking on the same thing that you was talking about. and you got it from basically from them. You know, all of y'all on that programming mess, and that's all y'all talk about is that recycled information. You know, but y'all want to use ancestors and all of that stuff. To me, like that's nothing but like the fictional character guy Jesus and Allah and these fake Moors, and I could go on. Y'all connected to that mess. You know, so y'all take whatever y'all want to take in. If you want to eat fried chicken, then eat fried chicken. You know, that don't make you, you know, that doesn't make you on a low frequency and stuff like that. You know, if you eat certain things, you know, if you want to eat, you know, like, you know, basically everything is messed up anyway. You know, when you're on a high frequency and stuff like that, certain things won't bother you, whatever you take in. Now, I could sit here and tell y'all what I do. Me, I really don't, I eat fish every once in a while. You know, I'm basically like I'm like the so-called vegetarian or whatever, you know. But you know, I could tell y'all how I do certain things, but you know, it might not work for y'all. You know, I can't tell certain things that I connect with. You know, I don't do all of the sick rituals and you know eat live chickens and all of that stuff. That's sick. I'm not gonna do that. But you know, there's certain like plants and stuff that I mess with. You know, and I'm not going to get deep into that. But there are certain plants that I mess with. And you know, and I could put that out there. But I'm not going to put that out there because, like I said, you know, you have to learn and figure out certain things that you're supposed to connect with. All right? So all of this mess that you hear these individuals talking about or speaking on, you know, it's up to y'all if y'all want to take that in. What? Did somebody say something?